Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you the workflow of sales representative extension for Magento 2. Magento 2 sales representative vend products on behalf of the store owner. It is the sales representative who will be responsible for meeting sales targets and also for marketing the products. It becomes easy for the customers as they will not have to make efforts to get in touch with the admin of a store. They can simply contact the sales representative for product or the quote related queries through the Magento to sell representative extension. The admin can create the sale representatives and assign them to product or categories. The customers may request a quote for a product or multiple products. The sale representative assigned for that particular product shall take care or manage the quote request. And this way, this module is going to build the customers' trust for you and create happy customers for your online store. The admin can create multiple sales representative using this module, and can admin also set the default sales representative for category and product. If no sales representative is created, then admin himself is the sales representative. The admin can assign roles such as manager, sales representative, administrator, etc. to the sales representative. A team can be allocated to a sales representative by the admin, and many more. So before we dive further into the workflow of the module, please subscribe to our channel and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you do not miss any notification or update from our channel. So now let's quickly jump into the workflow of the module. This is the admin panel of the module, and after the successful installation of the module, you need to navigate to the sales rep settings that you can see in the left hand side. So in the navigation panel you will find the sales rep and settings. So clicking on the setting will direct you to a page. So I'm just clicking here now. So once you click here, you can find under the sales rep tab, you will find certain options that you need to configure. The certain tabs you need to configure. These are dedicated sales rep, default sales rep, managers and team, mail, and sales rep emails. So now moving to, I'll be explaining each one of them one by one. So now let's start with this dedicated sales rep. So here you will find two options: assign manually and assign as. So once here you have two options, so you can select as yes and no. So the admin may choose the options as yes and no against the assign manually tab. If chosen as yes against the assign manually tab, the assign as tab is not visible, and the admin will have to manually assign the sales representative manually for each quote request. If it is chosen no against the assign manually tab, the assign as tab shall be visible, as you can see it here, and against which the admin can select any of the three given options that you can see here. These are default product sales rep, default category sales rep, and first category sales rep. So after that, the default product sales rep. So here the sales representative assigned to the products, and in the category default category sales rep, the sales representative assigned to the category, and in the contact itself, the sales representative which was initially contacted, so that will be referred here. So it will be assigned to the that sales representative which has been assigned before. Now the next tab is default sales rep. So in the default sales rep tab, let's expand it. So here you will find two sections. One is category sales rep and another is the product sales rep. So under the default sales rep tab, the category sales rep and the product sales rep tabs are present. So we need to configure them one by one. So the tab includes the list of the representative which are assigned for the category, so present in the front end. So if this admin so the admin needs to select the representative that he wants to assign to. Similarly for the product, you have to select the representative. And then the next is managers and team. So under managers and team, maximum number of managers of sales representative and maximum team size tabs are present. The admin defines the maximum number of sales representative manager against maximum number of managers of sales representative. So here you can just give it a number here, and the maximum, then next is the maximum size. So the admin defines the maximum size of the team against maximum team size tab. And after that we have this section mail. So under the mail tab, the default from field and the default from name tabs are present as shown on the screen. So against the default from field tab, the admin defines the default email address. And default from name tab, so here you need to define or write the default from name. And the last tab is the sales rep email. So the sales representative emails tab includes the following, like you order emails to the sales representative, quote email to admin, quote email to sales representative. So from here in the drop down menu you have to just select the options, or the so for all those options you can select it, whether it is for quote email to customer, quote email to managers, quote email to sales representative, quote response to email customer, add to cart email to customer, the customer message email to the sales representative. So from here you can do that, and after configuring all these values or all these options, you just need to click on the save configuration button to save the entire configuration that you have just configured. So you will see it here, the configuration has been saved. So now the next thing that we'll do is we will be I'll be explaining each one of the options in this sales wrap tab. So we have dashboard, orders, quote request, messages, customers, sales representative, and settings. So I have explained the settings. Now we will be going one by one. So the very first tab you can see here is the dashboard. So once the admin configures the Magento 2 sales representative extension successfully, the admin can set the configuration for the for these tabs. So let me click on the first tab, that is dashboard. So the on clicking on the sales wrap tab, the first option is dashboard. So I have clicked on this dashboard, and the admin can basically view here the statistic representation of the details, such as the total, averages, sales. Then here you can also check this new quotes, new messages. The dashboard also displays a graphical representation of the sales statistics that you can see here for each month. So this is basically showing the statistic of sale for each month. So this helps in keeping a track of the sales occurring each month. So from here you can do that. Now the next option is the order. So let me click on the order. So clicking on this order section, here you can just see the so here it will display a list of orders for the sales representative. The table in the orders page, you can see the details like the ID, grand total, base, purchase date, purchase point, and the status, right? So see all those orders which has been placed for the so all those orders you can just view it here, the status of the order, the purchase point, and the date, grand total. And also you have here this view button in the right hand side, so you can view it from there. The next is the messages or the quote requests. Okay, so the next is quote request. So let me click on that. Here we go. Okay, so in the so the customer can log in. So the very first thing is that it will have a list of all those code that has been requested, and you have to process it or respond it. So but before we dive into this, let's understand this from the front end. So the customer can log into the front end, and the customer needs to place a quote request for a product under the quote request tab. So to explain this, let me go to this front end and the customer panel, and let me show you how a customer can place a quote request. So I'll be moving to the front end, and here I'll explain how to put a quote request. So here this is the front end of the module, and from here the customer can put a quote request. So the customer will have to choose a product and its quantity, and then enter a quote price for the product and send the quote for the respective product by clicking on the send quote request button that you can see at the below. So as a quote is sent, so let me first enter a product here. Let me show you. So let me select any of the product. So I have selected a product. Now the size and the color it is asking for, so let's choose this, then add to quote. Now here you have to enter the expected price per quantity. So let me fill it 45, and then clicking on this add row button, what you can do is you can put a request for other quotes as well. and then here you can type a message if you want to send a message with it, and then you just need to click on the send quote request button and your quote will be requested. So here you can see that here we go, this quote request created successfully. So you have created a quote. Now this is a table displaying the details of the quote which the customer request shall appear as the quote is the sent as shown. So on clicking on the view quote button for the respective quote ID and the quote details shall appear. So here you can see that now this message is no quote response. This is because the admin has not responded to this quote yet. So for that we need to move to the admin panel and we will be responding to this quote from the admin panel. So in the backend, the admin can view the new quote request by navigating to the sales tab and the quote request here. So let me refresh the page. So now here we go. This is so as a request for quote page shall be opening the list of the quotes request as you can see on the screen. Now the admin needs to click on the respond button that you can see on the right hand side so as to create a response for the quote request sent by the customer. So let me click here. So once I click here, it will direct me to a page where what I can see is here. Yeah. So here you can find certain tabs, or from here also you can create response for the quote you just by clicking on that button. So here you will have 4 sections. One is the information, message thread, assigned to, and the quote responses. So let me explain you all these tabs one by one. So now starting with the information, so it includes the quote request date, status, account information, which includes the customer's name, email, and the customer group. So this is what it is here. Here you can see the required quantity, the original price of the product, the expected price per quantity. So all these details you can fetch here. Now also from here you can change the status, you can mark any comment, and if you want to notify the customer by email, you can just check this box. If you want it to be visible to the customer, you can check this box, otherwise you can just keep it unchecked, and then you just need to click on the submit comment button if you want to make a comment, and then making the further choices based on this notifying customer or being visible to the customer. And you can click on this create response button for creating the response for the quote that has been generated. So now let me show you this. So the requested items will be we will talk about this a little later. So now let me come to this message thread. So in the under the message thread tab, the messages which are exchanged between the sales representative regarding the quote request are displayed here. So the sales representative can add a reply and send it to the customer. Here you just need to write a reply, and let me write a sample reply here. We shall provide you the jacket at the expected price. Yeah, so I can message this. So I just need to click on the send message button and this will be sent. So here you can see this message sent successfully. Now the next tab is assigned to the so this tab actually includes the sales representative information, that it includes the assigned sales representative and notes field. So against the assigned sales representative, the admin can assign a sales representative from the given list and add a note against the note field. Then the next is notification. So the admin can choose to notify manager of the sales representative and also notify customer. And you just need to click on this update sales representative button and then we have the quote response tab. So in the quote response tab, under this quote response tab, the sales representative can create response for quotes which the customer requests. On clicking the create response for quote button, the admin can create the responses for the quotes which the customers has requested. So after that, what I'll do next is I will just click on this create response for quote, and on clicking the here, so let it just open here. So here you can see this. So as the sales representative clicks the create response button, response for quote button. Under the requested items, the sales representative can view the expected price and the quoted price which the customers request. So if he does not find it to be a reasonable price, he can change it. Similarly for the quantity, if the suppose the customer has placed, or placed a quote, requested a quote for 5 quantities which are not available, so he can reduce it to some lesser quantity. So if the sales representative do not find the quote price feasible, he can change it. And similarly with the quantity. And after that, he will just need to click on the submit quote request. So once I click on this submit quote request, the quote request will be submitted. Now the under quote responses tab, the sales representative quote price is visible, and the customer in the quote price column is also visible. So as the customer clicks on the view action and the quote order ID responses, so here now coming to this front end, you can see that after the customer, after the admin has responded to the quote. So let me refresh the page once, and after that, here you can see that now this has appeared. Now and then now if I, and here you can also say see that the message that I have sent to the front end, it has also it is showing the notification that the message is there. So once I can click on this view button, and let me show you the message once. Okay, so here you can see that we shall provide you the jacket at the expected price, the message that we send. So the customer can also write a reply here and send the message that will be sent to the sales representative. Now coming here, if the customer finds that the sales representative price is reasonable, they under the action tab, he can accept or reject the quote as shown on the screen. So you can see that here the action tab, and he just need to click on this drop down menu, and he will have two options, accept and reject. So if he want to accept, he will accept it and just click on this update button. Once the customer accepts the sales representative quote price, the respective sales representative can add a price add a price rule and the price list available for this customer. So for that, so you can see that the quote updated successfully. So the customer has updated the quote successfully. Now the sales representative can add a price rule under the price lists available for this customer. So by clicking on the add, or from here also, the sales representative can change the status also, and you can see that the response has been created successfully. So as I told you, the representative can add a price rule under the price list available for this customer. So we will be talking about this a little later in the next section about the price rules and all.